Warren Buffett's right-hand man, Charlie Munger, once said at one of Berkshire Hathaway's annual shareholder meetings, "The first $100,000 is a bitch, but you gotta do it." Now, we've all heard it. Saving the first $100,000 is quite difficult. And it is not just difficult due to a lack of compound interest, but it goes beyond that. The first $100,000 is typically a combination of savings and investments. However, the good news is that it's not impossible if you are ready to crunch the numbers and work smart. I'm Will, and I teach people about investing, personal finance, and money. I've walked the path you seek, and today I have several businesses and investments that provide me income every single month, meaning I never have to work another day in my life. If you plan on becoming financially free, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you find this video valuable. So to save your first $100,000, here's the first thing you need to do. Make some mental changes. If you're dreaming of saving up $100,000, you need to switch things up a bit. Like for real, many of us spend more money than we should. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, that's what I'm talking about. First things first, we need to tweak your way of thinking. And yep, it might mean cutting back on some stuff. Not saying you can't grab your favorite coffee drink now and then, but maybe not every single day, you know? And that fancy new car, maybe think twice before getting a new one every couple years. Now, if you're already being careful with your cash, awesome. But if you catch yourself being a bit too free with your spending, it's time for a reality check. Living below your means to eventually be able to expand your means is the way to go. If your spendings are all over the place, ask yourself why. Are your pals living the high life and you're trying to keep up? Or are you just struggling to pay your bills with what you make? That's a real struggle for many. But before dreaming big, it's important to sort these basics out. Next, you need to set your financial priorities. All right, once you're on board with spending less, it's time to figure out what you're aiming for. What are your money dreams? It's all about having a clear picture in your head. There are tons of ways to get your goals down. I'm a big fan of jotting it down on some paper. Also, having a vision board with pictures of what you want is a good step to consistently remind you of what you're aiming for. It's not just for people getting out of debt, it's great for savings goals too. I have most of my goals on a large board, and it's super helpful. But if you're the type who loves crunching numbers, you can also use Excel to set up a spreadsheet. The main thing, have your goals somewhere you can see and check on them. That way you know how you're doing. Stop relying on credit cards. Credit card debt. It's like that villain in every good movie. If you're serious about stacking up that impressive $100K, we've got to deal with that villain first. Think of it as a barrier between you and your money goals. It's sneaky, grows with those high interest rates, and before you know it, it's got its grips on you. Now, before you start daydreaming of that sweet six-figure bank balance, make a plan to tackle this high-interest debt head-on. Imagine the freedom you'll feel once it's gone, like taking off a heavy backpack after a long hike. While you're on this journey, it's super crucial to avoid the temptation of sliding back into debt. I know, sometimes life throws curveballs, and borrowing seems like an easy way out. But remember, every time you swipe that card for things you don't urgently need, you're essentially borrowing from your future self. And that future self wants to see that $100K more than anything. So keep your eyes on the prize, and remember, every step you take towards being debt-free is a step closer to your big goal. If you're enjoying this video, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button, as it genuinely helps the channel. Thanks. Put together a spending plan. Now, if you're looking to stack up some serious cash, you gotta know where your money's going first. Kind of like mapping out a road trip. It's time for that game plan. I'm talking about setting up a budget. Now, I know budget can sound like a drag, but there are ways to make it less painful. There are some cool apps and tools out there to help you out. One of them is You Need a Budget, YNAB. It's a bit hands-on and needs some of your time, but the details it gives, super helpful. But again, do your homework. See what fits your style. For those just starting out with budgeting, here's a tip. try cutting back 20 to 30% of what you normally spend. Like if you're dropping $400 on groceries each month, aim to spend around $320 instead. And every month, see where else you can cut back a bit more. Now, where to save some cash? Check out all the stuff you're subscribed to. Magazines, streaming services, those fancy monthly snack boxes. If you're not really using them, let them go. Also, you'd be surprised on how much you can save by cooking at home. In addition, instead of that fancy salon blow dry or manicure, try doing it at home. Even washing your own car can save a few bucks. And if your rent's burning a hole in your pocket, maybe think about a cozier place. Same with cars. If you've got two, consider if you really need both. The idea is every dollar saved brings you closer to your goal. So let's get to it. Start saving. All right, by now you've got your budget game face on. You're set and ready to rock that $100,000 savings goal. So let's talk strategy. Saving is the game, and being a bit aggressive is the name. Remember when we talked about getting your mindset right? This is where it comes to play. First off, check if your workplace offers a 401k plan. If they do, jump in. For 2023, you can throw in up to $22,500. To figure out how much of your paycheck should go in, just do a simple calculation. Say you earn $40,000 annually. To max out that $22,500, you need to save 56% of your salary. Yep, that's a hefty chunk and might not be feasible for everyone. But remember, every bit helps. You don't need to go full out, but do what you can. Just watch out and don't cross that $22,500 personal contribution limit or penalties might come knocking. Once you're on track with your 401k, think about setting up a Roth IRA. This year, if you're under 50, you can add up to $6,500. This is post-tax, so make sure you factor it into your budget. Setting one up is easy peasy. You can use digital platforms like Wealthfront. They have preset portfolios, or you can customize it with stuff you care about. And if you max out both the 401k and Roth IRA, that's around $2,416 monthly, with an 8% return rate, which is the average ballpark these days, in 5 years you'll cruise past $100,000. Last step. Now, the $29,000 a year saving target might sound like a mountain right now. But even if you can't hit that top note, don't feel defeated. Remember, half of that amount will still land you close to that $100,000 goal in about 7 years. Even if that's still a stretch, here's my advice. Start small. Save whatever you can, even if it's just a bit every month. Sure, it might take you a bit longer to hit your goal, but some savings are always better than none. We're going for progress, not perfection. Think creatively. Challenge yourself and consider other avenues you might not have thought of before. Saving isn't just about stashing money away, it's also about finding ways to increase your income so you can make more money to reach your goals sooner. I won't sugarcoat it. Aiming for $100,000 can feel like aiming for the stars, but with the right mindset and some smart moves, you can totally reach it. You've got more financial power than you realize. Heck, you might even get to kick back and retire early. All you got to do is really want it and hustle hard, so make sure to give it a shot. If you're serious about hitting your financial goals, why not watch this video next on how to build wealth fast with dividend investing?